Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model Daily Briefing for Monday the 12th of the 4th, 2021. Time is 0455 GMT. Asian session coming to close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American US session. Right, Friday the 9th then, the last full trading day. We had a negative opposed driver in the yen at minus 98. Front and backdoor flows mainly going into the dollar plus 76, into the euro plus 25, and the pound was the negative rock at minus 3, activity plus or minus 101. Just to remind yourself and for some context, last week we had a negative opposed driver in the pound at minus 574, front and backdoor flows going mainly into the euro at plus 365, into the yen at plus 323, and the dollar was the negative rock at minus 114, activity plus or minus 688. So last week basically we had pound weakness driving with euro and yen strength, and the dollar was slightly soft. Right, intraday then, this is what's been happening in the European session till about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive unopposed driver in the yen at plus 108. We've got a neutral rock in the dollar at 0. So we've got basically backdoor flows, no backdoor flows because of this neutral rock, which mainly coming out of the pound at minus 94 and out of the euro at minus 14. Activity plus or minus 108. Right, what's happening this week then? Right, today we've got euro area retail sales. That's Monday. Tomorrow US CPI. That's Tuesday the 13th. Wednesday the 14th, New Zealand rates decision. Thursday the 15th, we've got AUD employment change, German CPI and US retail sales. So Thursday is quite busy on the tier 1. And Friday we've got China GDP, which is going to be quite interesting because as I said, they've got this 6% target and they're a mile off that at the moment. US Michigan consumer sentiment also on Friday. Right, so let's look at what's been happening in the flows and the wider asset classes. Our trades have come back a little bit. We're between 600 and 700 points up, although we have scaled, so that takes some of the starch out of the positions until they improve. So let's have a look then. What have we got? Hang on. Right, the euro then as a complex is strong except against the dollar, the yen and the Swiss, which is stronger. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is weak except against the CAD and the AUD, which are weaker. The Swiss is strong except against the yen. The CAD is weak across the board. The AUD is weak except against the CAD. The NZD is weak except against the pound, the AUD and the CAD, and the dollar is strong except against the yen. Right, so what have we got then? We've got yen strength, we've got CAD full weakness, and we've got basically a scenario which isn't very favourable to our trades at the moment. But this is just intraday. Right, so let's have a look what's happening in the asset classes. So we've got US dollar index. So the US dollar index, it broke the recent resistance and it's now back below that resistance. Gold has not been liking the strong dollar, had this double bottom in gold, 0.25 from the floor in our model terms. Oil has come off and remains soft. We thought the Ukraine-Russian thing, we were kicked it off. It may do, you don't know, but at the moment oil's pretty soft and it's gone into a very tight wedge in technical terms. Right, Wall Street. What's been happening in Wall Street? Well, Wall Street broke the most recent resistance and it's well above it. S&P likewise. S&P and Wall Street very similar, although S&P had this double top there when it's now broken it. The tech is now within 0.055% of the modelled top or high, so the tech's nearly back, but it hasn't broken as of yet. We've got US 10-year and the bond. Right, the US 10-year basically looks about like that. It's 0.28 from the floor. This is the price, so we're looking at the price has come back, so yields have come off a little bit, and this is the bund, which is about 0.4 from the floor. So arguably the yield gap has closed between the US and the Europeans marginally. Right, copper, you've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps, came back to the second pump, went back to base pump, and it's now at a 1.5 pump. So copper is quite soft at the moment. And finally, US steel. US steel has this sold off at the double top, and it sold off, it came back, and it's now at 0.5. So it's half marks, soft as well. So all that's really telling you is the market hasn't moved particularly. They're waiting, it's in wait mode, it's basically compressed. The spring is going to twang at some stage, and you're going to get major changes in these asset classes shortly. Right, let's just finish off then. See what's been going on. So that's what's really been going on. Going forward, you've got the start of the US earnings season this week. You've got some banks coming out Monday or Tuesday. So we're still short USD dollar against the euro, the pound, and the AUD, and we're short NZD against the euro, the pound, CAD, and the AUD. And given the flows, this has been a right pain in the neck recently, but hopefully things are going to change. Wednesday we got the New Zealand rates decision, so that's rates decision on Wednesday, and you've got the AUD employment change. So these trades are going to get both barrels basically. The AUD employment change is Thursday the 15th and the rates decision is the 14th. So expect a big shake-up in these trades this week. So hope that was useful. Hope the trading's going well. Don't forget there's the weekend, the week's review from the 5th to the 9th for the flow cycle and the data cycle. If not, see you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.